This is day one of me asking my mentor for a capital to trade with, by proving that I am his student without a capital to trade with. Professional way of begging, isn't it? Yeah, you can say that. I don't mind it. I'm sorry about my accent. You can already tell my English is not that good, so try your best to understand what I'm saying, and I will also try my best to explain as clean as I can, okay? Now let's go straight to the chart. Okay, I didn't tell you who my mentor is. If you are a student, just by seeing my chart, you can already tell, I think. My mentor, his name is Alex Gonzalez, aka Alex G. He's Cuban, living in Miami, luxury life, crazy cars. Bro's living his life to the fullest. I'm happy for him, and obviously I didn't buy his course. I'm out here asking for what, $20, $30, because I don't have any capital to trade with, and it would be crazy if I did buy his course. I mean, I've learned everything from his YouTube channel. I mean, there are more than enough information that you need to know about his strategy just from his YouTube channel. You can get it. You can get everything you want from there. And not just not just my mentor, not just Alex. The other traders also. You can get their. You can get everything you need about their strategy, the information you need from their YouTube channel. I don't know why people are going to buy course, expecting to get some secret sauce. I think I don't think you're gonna get anything from buying a course. But anyways, I don't hate course sellers. My mentor is a course seller. I've learned a lot just from his YouTube channel, so I respect him so much, and I am blessed from him and also from his cameraman for putting all the videos, not boring to watch. Sebastian, just perfect. Anyways, now let's go straight to the chart. The strategy is called set and forget, and it's based on these three things. The first one is trend, the second one is area of interest, the third one is entry. First, we identify where the market is going. Second, we find the key level, area of interest, support and resistance, supply and demand, order block, whatever you wanna say, just a area that price have rejected previously. Then the third one is we apply the entry signal. The entry signal could be shift of structure or a rejection candlestick formations. I'm gonna show you or explain that brief later on, okay? If you are his student, you could probably tell one time frame is missing from him, right? He starts from the weekly time frame. What he do is he wait for the weekly time frame to close on Friday, and Saturday he just enjoy, and on Sunday he have a lot of other forex pairs, and he review them, and he select 3 or 4 or maybe 5 best ones to trade for the coming week. From Monday to Friday, he's just gonna focus on the pairs that he picked on Sunday. And me, instead of sticking with the weekly time frame and doing my analysis only on Sunday, what I do is I always wait for the daily time frame to close every day, and I review all of the forex pairs that I have around 20 something forex pairs, and I'm gonna select 3 or 4 or maybe 5 best setups for the day, only for the day. And obviously I'm not gonna take all the 4 or all the 5. I'm just gonna try to get only one that gives me the perfect entry. You understand? So maximum in 1 week I take 5 trades maximum, and average I take 3 trades. Now let's go straight to the chart. I start from the daily time frame, and yeah, first, as always, let's find the trend. Where is the market going? Where is it right now? Why do we wanna sell, or why do we wanna buy? So right now I want to sell from this level, and I will tell you why I want to do that. Okay, let's start from this level. Price was forming higher highs and higher lows. Here this is the higher high, and this is the higher low. when price have the body closer right here, it shifted structure because it break above below this higher low point. This become the new lower low, this become the new lower high, and after that just price is just forming normal market structure. This is market structure. This is not a higher low, this is not a higher high, because it never broke below or above the lower high and lower low point. So if it's between the lower high and the lower low, we call it just a market structure. It's nothing. So right here, price formed have a body close above the lower high point, so it shifted from being bearish, it was bearish here, it's back to what? Bullish. So this is the higher low, this become the new higher high point. Which one? To see it clearly, let me use this, let me use it this way. Yes sir. By the way, why am I doing it? You know, just never mind. If you are a new student, you know, if you don't know about anything about his strategy, just go to his YouTube channel, FX Alex G, search it and go watch his YouTubes. His English is so good, so he can explain more clearly than me. So I'm just gonna, you know, do it really fast for those who are his student. They will understand already. Okay, so price here we shifted structure to what? To bullish. Shifted structure, so we formed the lower low, we formed the lower high, and right now after I took one trade over here, so I'm gonna explain you why I took this trade over here. Okay, price formed the higher highs, price formed the higher low, pull back, retesting the area of interest, retesting this support and resistance level, and whenever we are below we're going down, whenever we are above we're going up. So whenever we are below now, we should keep going down, and I waited for this engulfing candlestick to form, and when this engulfing candlestick form, it's telling us that the price is done, it finished forming the lower high, now it's done forming the lower high, so it is going to start forming the new lower low point, right? That's what this engulfing candlestick tell us. So after this daily candlestick bearish engulfing formed, on the next daily candlestick I go to the lower time frame and I find the 4 hour had the break, 4 hour had the retest, and on the retest 4 hour formed a bearish engulfing, and I enter right there. Let me tell you, let me show you that. Okay, here as you can see right here, after this bearish engulfing candlestick closes, I go to the 4 hour candlestick time frame, formed the lower low, lower high, bearish engulfing, and on the weak pullback I entered the trade easy 1 to 4.5, and obviously it was on demo, so sad. No problem. No problem. So this setup is exactly the same as this one right now. Why did I take this trade? Because price formed lower low, formed the lower high, and formed an engulfing candlestick. This engulfing candlestick shows us that the lower high is done being formed. Now it is time for the new lower low to be made. This proved us that. Now at the same time, these two bearish rejection candlesticks, they are proving us that price is then forming the lower high. It formed this lower high, right? These two candlesticks have the same meaning like this engulfing candlestick. They are telling us that it is done forming the lower high, and now it's time to keep going to the downside. That's what they are telling us. So after these two formed, I went to the 4 hour candlestick. Why did I keep saying 4 hour candlestick? I mean 4 hour time frame. Okay, and as you can see, price rejecting from the area of interest, rejecting from the 4 hour EMA. Do we have round psychological level? No, we don't have any round psychological level. It's okay, you know, it's just added confidence, and we have this clean evening star formation in the 4 hour engulfing candlestick formation right from the area of interest, exactly as it did here. First we get the daily engulfing candlestick right here, then the break, then the retest, then the 4 hour engulfing. We get the daily engulfing, then we get the 4 hour engulfing, we that on the week pullback. Right now what I think is happening is formed the engulfing candlestick. I think it's just forming the upward wick, and I think it's gonna keep going to the downside. So as you can see, yeah, that's it. Just by using the daily in the 4 hour, I took this trade, and I took this trade and I won on demo Yeah, don't forget that. Okay, when I say I took, it's not like I have real account. Yeah, I don't have that. Anyways, and I took this also, and on 4 hour I entered, and now let's see how it's gonna play out. Okay, I barely check 2 hour, 1 hour, 30 50 minutes. I barely check them. I always finish my analysis on daily. First, I always wait whatever I wanna get on daily time frame. So if I don't get what I need to get on daily time frame, I never go to the lower time frame or to the 4 hour time frame. For example, after price formed the lower low, after price formed to the lower high, it's retesting the area of interest. I already know the price is gonna go down, but I need the confirmation on the daily time frame. Before I get this daily bearish engulfing candlestick, I never go to the 4 hour. I waited for this bearish engulfing candlestick. Okay, now it's telling us that the new lower low is about to be formed. Then I go to the 4 hour time frame. Then on the 4 hour time frame, cleanly break and retest. Then the engulfing candlestick happened on the 4 hour. Then that's where I entered. And here too, exactly the same thing happened. The daily had the pullback on the daily time frame. Okay, I never wanna take a trade after this strong bullish engulfing candlestick. I waited on this. Why I did not take this trade on this bearish rejection candlestick? Because the 4 hour was not a clean setup, so I just did not want to see it. And yesterday it closed as again as a bearish dojis, and these two bearish rejection candlestick, they are proving me that okay, the pullback is done exactly like this. Now the rejection happened, exactly the rejection happened, then I expect the push to happen. So when I expect the push to happen, that's where I go to the lower time frame to take the trade. So I go to the lower time frame exactly like this. I got my 4 hour evening star formation rejecting from the area of interest in the 4 hour engulfing candlestick, and I enter the trade right here. Now we will see what's gonna happen. The other trades I was actually seeing was, this trade I already miss out. As you can see, it's bearish. It is bearish. This is the lower high and this is the lower low, but inside this bearish we can use the recent price action in the expect and see what would happen. This is the higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Prices retesting the area of interest. As you can see, whenever we are above, we are going up. Whenever we are above, we are going up. So right now we are above. We are not only above, as you can see, yesterday it formed this bullish pin bar or bullish engulfing candlestick rejecting from this area of interest. This bullish candlestick, it's proving me that it's rejecting this area of interest. So, and also it lifted this upward wick, and I expect for price to fill this upward wick and keep going to the upside. So this is where I go to the lower time frame to the 4 hour, because daily already confirmed for me that it's rejecting the area of interest, and it formed the thing that I want, which is the bullish engulfing candlestick, exactly like CHF-JPY. CHF-JPY gave me this rejection candlestick. After I got the rejection candlestick, that's where I go to the lower time frame. I got the rejection candlestick, I go to the 4 hour, and on the 4 hour I was expecting for the weak pullback to be a little bit deeper. It was not. Anyways, I took CHF-JPY, so even if it gave me the weak pullback, I wouldn't enter this trade. But this is where I would exactly take the trade, because as you can see, price clearly pullback, rejecting from the area of interest, rejecting from the EMA, formed the 4 hour bullish engulfing candlestick. Then it's going to keep going to the upside. I expect that would happen. Yeah, that's it. GBP card, exactly what I was expecting happened perfectly. As you can see, it was bearish for a long time. Price was forming lower lows and lower high, lower lows, lower this is the lower high, this is lower low, lower high, this is potential lower high. Now this is when this formed, this become the lower high, this become the lower low. So after price have the body closure above the lower high, now we shifted structure to what? To bullish. So price have the pullback, okay, higher low, higher high, and it came back to retest this area of interest, to retest this round psychological 1.82500, to retest the neckline of the inverted left head and the right shoulder. Then after it retest, it keep going to the upside. That was what I was expecting, and I took this trade. Why did I took this trade? I go to the 4-hour time frame. As you can see, I made one mistake here. What? If you ask me what, after price pulled back to the area of interest, I should have waited for the rejection candlestick to form to enter the trade. But on the 4-hour, it was a very clean setup, so I did not wait for the rejection on the daily time frame to form. I just entered very fast. Okay, on the 4-hour time frame, as you can see, it was a clean setup. As you can see, price have the higher high, price have the higher low. It formed double doji, rejecting from the EMA, rejecting from the area of interest in the round psychological level. Then right there, I entered the trade, wicked me out. It keep going to the upside. It wicked me out on demo, so well, okay, no, don't be sad, no problem. You know, one day I'm gonna get his attention. I know I will. Alex, if you are watching this, bro, I'm not asking for anything. I'm just, you know, like $20, bro. $30 will help. Then I swear, you know, I'm not saying I can turn that $30 to $1 million or something, but I can build it up, you know, go get a funded account. Just I'm gonna show you my trading skill, you know, then you're gonna see it by yourself. I was hoping you would hear this. Anyways, okay, let's get back to the chart. So the daily time frame, as you can see, it formed that, it wicked me out, keeps going to the upside. Right now, I was expecting this, I swear to God, before I open. I already expect this to happen because price formed the higher high. I was expecting for price to come back, retest the EMA, retest the area of interest, because whenever we are above, we are going up. Whenever we are above, we are going up. Also on the 4-hour, when you go to the 4-hour, price have the clean, okay, have the break, it have the retest, and now it's going to the upside. So I mean, this is clean setup. I would have entered this trade around this level. Anyways, I'm already inside of a CHF JPY, so I don't need to take any other trade. So far all of the pairs are going as expected. GB card, I expect it would break above, and maybe tomorrow, if it gives me another pullback to this area of interest, or maybe a weak pullback and retest this level, I might enter this trade to the upside. To the upside, USD CHF, I'm not interested on USD CHF anymore. I think it might come to this level and it would form some rejection and keep going to the downside, because as you can see, the daily time frame is bearish, and I think this all is just a pullback to retest this area of interest, or not a beautiful but ugly left head right shoulder. It's just retesting the neckline, and I'll wait for them for rejection candlestick. Also there are round psychological level for some shift of structure or rejection candlestick to happen. Maybe this trade could be for next week for sale. I'm never gonna look, I'm gonna make it very clear, as long as we don't have a body closure above this, I'm never gonna be interested to take any buys. I would have entered this buy if I could, if price gave me what I needed, the weak pullback on the 4-hour time frame, but it never did, so I'm not interested on this. Also, this is all. Okay, we will see what will happen on this time on CHF JPY. Price formed the left head right shoulder, okay, pullback, retesting the neckline of the head and shoulder, formed the rejection candlestick, and then on 4-hour, as you can see, very clearly it formed the bearish engulfing candlestick, rejecting from the area of interest and rejecting from the 4-hour EMA, also forming evening star formation. We will see how it's gonna play out. Sell and forget once again to the win. I hope so.